explores a bug's life. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and let's read! Ant Island was usually a calm and peaceful place. One day, the ants who lived there were hard at work. Their yearly grain offering to the grasshoppers was coming up, and the ants had to make sure they had enough food. It was the first year Princess Ada was in charge of offering, and she was nervous. Ada, relax. It'll be fine, the queen said. It's the same year after year. They come, they eat, they leave. One of the workers, an ant named Flick, had created a new way to pick more grain. He showed his grain harvester to Princess Ada and her younger sister, Princess Dot. But Princess Ada dismissed Flick's invention. I'll never make a difference, Flick groaned. Me neither, Dot said. I can't even fly yet. Flick picked up a rock. Pretend this is a seed, he told Dot. Give it time, and it will be a tree. Give yourself time. Just then, an alarm sounded. The grasshoppers are coming! The queen cried. The ants quickly tossed their last pieces of grain onto the offering stone and ran into their hill. Flick added his harvester into the offering rock, but the machine was too big and it knocked the pile. Flick watched in horror as the kernels disappeared over the edge of a cliff. Hearing the buzz of a grasshopper wings, Flick dashed inside. A moment later, the grasshoppers burst through the ceiling of the anthill. Their leader, Hopper, grabbed Dot. He warned that if he didn't get his grain soon, someone would get hurt. Leave her alone, Flick yelled, bravely stepping forward. Glaring, Hopper put Dot down. He wanted double the order of grain by the time the last leaf fell, or else. The ants didn't know what to do. How could they collect that much food? Then Flick had an idea. We can find bigger bugs to come and fight, he said. I could travel to the city and search there. Eager to keep Flick away from the colony while they gathered more grain, the council agreed. They didn't think his plan would work, but Dot had faith in him. With Flick gone, the rest of the colony got to work harvesting, but soon Flick returned with a whole team of big bugs. Flick thought he had found warriors, but the bugs were really part of a circus. They thought Flick wanted them to put on a show. When Flick found out the truth, he was shocked. The bugs wanted to leave, but Flick begged them to stay. He hated to think what the council would say if they discovered his mistake. Suddenly, a bird landed nearby. It lunged hungrily at the birds. Run! Flick yelled. The bugs ran for their lives, but one bug did not see the bird. Nearby, Dot was happily sailing on a dandelion puff. The bird soared after Dot. It missed her and grabbed the dandelion fluff instead. Dot tried to flap her wings, but she still was too young to fly. The little princess plunged helplessly towards the ground. Francis, the circus ladybug, saw her and took off. I've got you, he called as he caught Dot in his arms. Flick and the other bugs distracted the bird so Francis and Dot could escape. When Dot was safe, the bugs hid themselves in a prickly thorn bush and waited for the bird to fly away. When they stepped out from the bush, they heard a strange thundering sound. Flick couldn't believe it. It was applause. The circus bugs had saved Dot. The ants thought they were heroes. Most bugs won't face a bird, Princess Ada told Flick, impressed. Even Hopper's afraid of them. Flick blushed, and an idea popped into his head. They could build a fake bird to scare Hopper and his grasshopper gang away from an ant island for good. With the circus bugs' help, Flick presented his idea to the council. They approved it right away. The ants and the circus bugs worked day and night building the bird out of leaves and twigs. The next day, the alarm sounded. But it wasn't the grasshoppers. It was the circus master, P.T. Flea. He was looking for his troops. For the first time, the ants realized the bugs were circus performers, not warriors. The queen and Princess Ada were furious with Flick. You lied to us, Princess Ada said to Flick. I want you to leave, and this time don't come back. Flick left the colony not long after the grasshoppers returned. When Hopper saw how little food had been collected, he took the queen prisoner and put the other ants to work. Dot knew that Flick and the circus bugs were the ants' only hope. She had to bring them back. You gotta help us, Dot told Flick when she found him. Flick didn't think he could help, but Dot knew how to inspire him. The little princess showed Flick a stone. Pretend it's a seed, she said. Flick smiled. Flick and the circus bugs raced back to the colony. They climbed into the trees where the ants had hidden the fake bird. The grasshoppers ran in fear as Flick steered the bird towards them until the bird crashed and burned. Flick knew Dot was counting on them. He bravely stood up to Hopper. The grasshopper chased him, but Flick had an idea. He headed toward the real bird, where Hopper finally met his end. That winter, the ants had plenty of food. When spring came, the circus bugs decided it was time to move on. They invited Flick to go with them, but he decided to stay with the colony. At long last, he had made a place for himself. From then on, he was the colony's official inventor and Dot's best friend. The end. Bye guys! Thanks so much for watching and make sure that you like and subscribe. Bye!